What's up, guys?
What's
Welcome
up?
to
What's
Behind
up?
the Grind. Let me play this. What's up, guys? Welcome to Behind the Grind. I go by Trip B. I've been rocking with Grind Mode Cypher for over 10 years now, with 30 ciphers under my belt. I've had the opportunity to work with artists such as Chris Webby, Daylight, Apathy, Blind Fury, Slain, Ren Thomas, just to name a few. These opportunities through Grind Mode Cypher have me approaching 2.1 million views and countless memories I will never forget. This is my homie and fellow Barrio brother, co-host of Behind the Grind, Johnny Concepts. Johnny's been featured in over 10 Grind Mode ciphers, including Chris Webby Part 2 and Rex. Johnny's approaching 750,000 views on this platform. We are your hosts of Behind the Grind. Guys, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the Grind Mode Cypher channel. Hope you enjoy. Also, be on the lookout for me and Johnny Concepts EP, Super Barrio Brothers. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome.
What's up?
What's up? Welcome to Behind the Grind. Please share, guys, while you can. We got 7 heads in the building. We'd like to see some more. I'm going to go ahead and introduce the show. I am your boy, Trip B, as you've seen in the preview.
And I am Johnny Concepts.
Yes, sir. Today, for volume 27, we're going to keep peeling back the curtain on some of your favorite Grind Mode affiliates. Today, we got the homies from Still Ill, Lonnell Walker. What's up, Lonnell, man? How you doing?
What's going on, squad? Grind Mode, everything. You already know what time it is. Family in the building.
You already know.
Thanks for taking the time out. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Of course.
So,
squad, Grind Mode, everything.
Yep. So what we're gonna do right now for you guys is we're gonna play a little verse as we traditionally do. What's up, Sneaky Smurf? I see you. Lindsay, what's good? Lindsay up in the shit, she said. All right, here we go. This verse from Lonnell is from Grind Mode Cypher. Still Ill is fittingly titled. And we're gonna go ahead and rock this for you. I'm gonna come back and mute these mics real quick. Guys, mute your mics for me if you don't mind.
Grew up in the slum village where them cannibals live. Managed to get. I'm the man on the strip. You can say it was written the way I menu these scripts. Middle finger in the air, other hand on my dick. Niggas know that I'm the shit. I see y'all taking the whip. I'm just a lion in my territory, taking a piss. Life's a bitch cause she's the mistress till my missus born. Gifted like my B-day was Christmas. No saint, but still I was out moving them nicks. Cause real shit, 6th grade, I had Payless for kicks. I really started from the bottom, plantation the bricks. Living in the wild where you had to take to get. Niggas rhyme all cool, but you ain't saying shit. A bunch of fire-breathing dragons and I'm slaying shit. I pray for my prey, then I spray where they lay. Guess you could say still ill sick. Yeah, you can.
Hey.
That was a vibe.
That was a whole vibe. What about that brawler ring?
You know what time it is, man. You know, it's all family, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brawler, man. He's been holding me down. That man helped me expand my brand in major ways working with Brawler, man. So appreciate Brawler. He's done it for a lot of people. So definitely shout out to Brawler.
That's what's up, man. So, Lonnell, man, tell people a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do.
So, my name's Lonnell. I'm originally from Boston. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Leonard Street Projects in Boston. Just to really kind of sum it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I came from the streets, generational, all of that good stuff, you know what I'm saying? Everything that comes with all of that. At some point in my later 20s, you know, as I met Grind Mode in 2012, I was really heavy into my music thing. I had sold 3,000 copies of my album hand to hand. And I distributed all those albums myself. I didn't do CD Baby or nothing like that. I was really like, you know, ahead of the curve kind of with understanding where music was heading as far as like, you know, controlling your own fate, the independent market and being able to get those hand-to-hand sales yourself. So, you know, we netted somewhere around $27,000. And from there, I just started getting into the practice of, you know, basically booking acts, getting along with people that were booking acts. You know, I had a team of 20 guys around me at that point in time. If everybody remembers when they first saw us, we was rolling in the spot 20 deep, everybody in lion shirts. And how did I get to Grind Mode? Really, Lengo was the first person that really welcomed us into the Providence area. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was 2012. He was doing Sunday night grind. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was Sunday night mics. Where was that at? I forgot the name of that club over there downtown, but it was a super dope time, super dope vibe. And
We had
He was one of the first people to welcome me and embrace the team. You know what I mean? So we've always been appreciative of that because, you know, we had a lot of people on the scene. I didn't know Providence was that territorial. And we found out it's just like Boston in that sense. You know what I'm saying? So we were appreciative of him embracing our family, especially the way we was coming in, because we really weren't doing the kind of music that was necessarily grind mode music. You know what I'm saying? Like we was on some, like at that time, I was just out here like, everybody's calling the women bitches and hoes. Let me get on some women and ladies shit and go get that bag. You know what I'm saying? So we was in there rapping about ladies. You know, we had a song called Candy Yams, bigging up the big girls, all that good stuff. You know what I mean? And it was cool. It was a good vibe. It was a good change and mix to be going into those grind mode ciphers and meeting all these people with heavy bars. I never considered myself like a heavy spitter. You know what I'm saying? Like lingo gives me more praise than I feel like I deserve most of the time. But I think that I'm a creative in that sense. You know, like I create my own brand. This is my brand I'm wearing right now and all that good stuff. So that pretty much sums up the journey. And then there's just like a whole different Goodwill Hunting type story about where I'm at now.
That's dope. We can get into that a little bit. But Johnny, why don't you go ahead?
No, I was just gonna say, like, I think that's like a really dope. Like you definitely have like the business aspect of an MC down. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause obviously, like we know that you just mentioned it, all the stuff that you do. I know you're heavily involved in grind mode now, and I believe that's you that's editing the videos and
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so yeah, you've definitely have that business aspect of things down, and like the planning, and that's probably one of the most important things. So definitely good shit.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it, man. Like, you know, I was able to, you know, and again, it's weird because like I was just explaining the Trip in our earlier conversation. Like when I was in the streets. And I was running around wilding out with all these guns and all that, whatever, doing stupid shit, trying to prove something to nobody, basically. You know, I didn't really have any issues, but it's weird because, like, now I'm in this place where, like, you know, I bought my house with music money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm trying to get people to understand that kind of pathway. And that's not saying a lot because it don't take a lot to get a home. You know what I'm saying? It's just having that discipline. So, you know, when I got into the music side, you know, as y'all know, as artists, you know, the first thing you realize when you want to decide you want to do music is you're going to spend your first couple of years investing. It's very overhead heavy to be an artist. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find more skill sets. That's when I picked up camera work. That's when I picked up, you know, learning how to do graphics, designing my own apparel, getting my merch line together, you know, wheeling and dealing these deals to get into all these venues, working next to all these artists. I've worked with like, you know, over 70 different industry artists. In the last 10 years, I'm blessed in that regard. I'm working with this team, and I'm thankful to grind mode. You know, I miss, you know, when Rich was doing his thing, he was doing his shows. My man Troy Douglas was doing his thing. He passed away during COVID and everything. You know what I'm saying? So like, and I've seen a lot of faces change over this time as well. So I just want to shout out grind mode for always staying consistent, because like that's why our partnership and relationship is so strong. It's the consistency and respecting each other's work.
Very, very big facts. Hell yeah, man. Big facts. So, Lonnell, when, what time of year was it? You know what I'm saying? How long ago was it now that you got involved with grind mode, and how did your relationship build over the years?
So, 2012 was when I got involved. Like I said, just randomly walked into, you know, we were on the rip. Like I just was out to sell those CDs, like I said. So we didn't care. Like we had a different mindset than a lot of people. A lot of people are trying to, they see industry artists doing things and they don't understand the steps in between to get to that level. So they just try to go and doing what those industry artists are doing. They want to open up for this show and pay that money. I'm like, yo, while you're paying X amount of dollars to go open, I'm making X amount of dollars hitting every open mic I possibly could and every little show I possibly could selling this merch. You know what I'm saying? So I was making money early in the game. And then I, you know, again, I got around lingo and I started to pick up some game from him and understand his savviness behind this Cypher grind. Which is really genius if you think about it, because it's a win-win-win for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, grind mode is a platform that's going to, you know, expand as they grow their roster and bring more talent on. But you're also expanding as well when you take advantage of this platform to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about grind mode that you could say about other platforms is that grind mode understands, lingo understands marketing. He understands that you're not going to do anything in this game without putting ad revenue into what you're doing, marketing dollars into what you're doing. So, you know, we built that relationship over time. I didn't even do a Cypher till years later. I'm going to be real, like Trip, you're one of my favorite, you know, grind mode people all time, Big G, all you guys, you know what I'm saying? Really. But I got into like doing Cyphers like years later, like maybe year 9 or 8, you know what I'm saying? only because my focus started going so much from the artistry. I started realizing something, and I want to talk to artists about this, right? Because if you pigeonhole yourself just into the artist bag, then you're actually the lowest one on the totem pole when it comes to the money. You only get what trickles down, but you don't understand where that pot was at before it trickled down to you. So I started really understanding that concept, and I got addicted to, maybe because it matched some of the street hustle that I was doing before, I got addicted to the business wheeling and dealing behind this music shit.
Dope, man. Dropping some knowledge on us already, man. We just getting started, bro. We just getting started. So yeah, you mentioned you didn't start spitting until like 6, 7, maybe even 8 years. You said maybe even into the relationship.
Yep.
So what drew you into picking up the pen? And if you already had picked up the pen, like what drew you into deciding you wanted to be on cam and spitting with the boys and shit?
So I've never been a shy person, you know what I'm saying? I performed, you know, we did 1 year where we performed, there was more days in the, you know, we did more performances than was days in a year. At one point in time, if anybody remembers, you know, Lonnell, way back in the day, if you was looking at my profile, like up on the header, we had shows stacked. So it wasn't a performance issue. It was just like, to a degree, I had kept a certain role with grind mode because I had such a love for Ryan and for lingo that I was willing to, I'm loyal to a fault. That's a street thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I believe in you, you believe in me, you show me you care about me, then my loyalty be to a fault. Like you can be right, wrong, whatever. We'll sort that shit out afterwards. But if you need me in that moment, I'm gonna be there. So there was like some particulars going on, you know, amongst some shit behind the scenes, shit like that. And I was always open to just being a part of, you know, showing that love back to whoever was showing that love to me. So I became very territorial about lingo and grind mode at one point in time. So really, my role was more, you know, being a part of the essential mechanics of just being there behind the scenes, building these business relationships, talking about where we're going to be booking stuff, booking some acts together, bringing my song out, stuff like that. And then, you know, where it came into the bag of me wanting to rap is, I'm going to keep it, you know, a buck with you. Like, you know, I'm all about authenticity, and I know we live in this like made up character world where people could be whatever they want, which is cool. So we know, you know, like when I heard you, I told you when I heard you say one of your bars, like I'm good in every black hood, or I'm good in a black hood. How's it go? What's the bar? Give it to me. I love that bar.
I can't call it off the top of the head.
Yeah, but that bar is like so crazy to me because it's like that's real, that's authentic, that came from a real place. So like, you know, I got all this, like I'd be listening to dudes rap about street shit and they're not really of that cloth. So I said, this is a good form of me being able to get my shit off. And I started doing the ciphers out of therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm trying to keep an animal contained from an old life while I'm managing this new life that I've built.
Facts.
Absolutely. Now, how did you manage to shout out to Brothers Inc. How did you manage to build that relationship enough to start like editing the videos and doing things like that? Did he
Loyalty
feel about that?
Loyalty. I think enough people don't, you know, stop looking at grind mode as an opportunity you take advantage of and start looking at it as a family to be a part of. Loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like all the way down to our kids love each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Joe and his wife and my wife hang out all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like we went up to New Hampshire chilling together. It was a family vibe. Like there was very, very, you know, Lingo's a very welcoming person. Nicole's a very welcoming person. Nicole's a live wire, but she's always been 100% loyal to me. Like even when we had some people like trolling and shit, I'd be ready to do some real life action shit, and then like, you know, Nicole will come along and just troll the hell out of my troll. So it's loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like people gotta really understand. Stop saying shit that you don't mean. Loyalty, and above loyalty, more important than loyalty, respect. So Lingo, knowing I had that skill set, he never was afraid to like show me little things. You know what I'm saying? He knew I was picking up that skill set. He's by far a superb editor, but there was a point where my learning curve caught up to what he could use for his presentation. And when he came to me and offered me the ability to be able to enhance, because I've DJ'd events for him, I've hosted events, you know what I'm saying? I've supplied venues, all of that good stuff, you know, but that all came from the relationship of respect and loyalty. But most importantly, respect first though, because loyalty can be flimsy, but you know, I tend to believe that if you respect somebody, you know, that doesn't flip-flop as much as loyalty can. But loyalty and respect was the major way that we built together. And then he just saw me slowly build and amass my skill set. And we've always been simpatico in that regard about what we were going to do. You know, let me give you a quick one. So when I started, I didn't understand all of Lingo's dynamics and all of Grimo's dynamics. So, you know, rest in peace to homie. But Flipside had hit me up and wanted me to film some of their ciphers for them. I didn't know there was like a rift or whatever the hell it was, business, whatever. So to me, you know, this flip side guy was telling me about all this shit. But the funniest part is that when Lingo saw me doing my 1-2 and helping this guy out, Lingo never presented a problem to me at all. That's when I knew it was kind of like a one-way street. And out of loyalty, eventually down the line, I was like, yeah, I'm not going to even, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like that this person's putting that pressure on me to feel some kind of way about grind mode when you haven't done shit for me, essentially. Grind mode has been there and had my back when I came into a city that nobody knew me in. You know what I'm saying? So just respect and loyalty.
Yeah, rest in peace, Johnny Armani.
Rest in peace to that man, though.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead, John.
No, I was just gonna. I couldn't say it better myself. Loyalty and respect is definitely where it's at. I know you mentioned that like he noticed that your skill set in video editing is got you there as well. So I'm sure he definitely appreciates that because he's got a heavy workload. So. Absolutely. So on behalf of all the affiliates, I want to say thank you for that.
Nah, blessings. I appreciate y'all, man. Just, you know, for me, the appreciation for me is those two things I just said earlier. Just show respect and loyalty to a guy and his family. Like, he puts his whole family in this. You know what I'm saying? It's a real family business. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when we're dealing with such divisive times, like one thing that I could say about Lingo is like he's not about none of the goofy shit. Like, I could honestly say, like, of course we see color, you know what I'm saying? Of course we see each other, but I was definitely worried about coming into grind mode when, you know, to be candid, it was very white heavy. It was like a lot of white rappers. I was like, oh shit, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? But everybody's cool. Like, that's the beauty of it. Like, I love what hip hop does to us. I love how hip hop can bring us together. Like, I wouldn't have normally been in these rooms, in these situations, just off of preconceptions in my mind, and vice versa. I know that can be vice versa. So again, platforms like grind mode is breaking down real barriers, you know what I mean, on how people work together.
That's so dope. Real quick, I want to interject with the point that when I started doing these grind mode events, obviously Rhode Island in general 20 years ago was white dominant anyway, you know, compared to now. But when I'm on a grind mode event, it's not necessarily how many white people, black people,
correct,
Asian, redhead. It's like because we're all hip hop, man.
Yep.
So it's like everywhere you look, it's just like camaraderie and hip hop, and like it's not really about the skin color because everyone's gonna rap their ass off, and be careful because one of them might out rap you.
Yeah, and, for real.
and you know, you go there and you're humble. We're all humble because of that fact as well. And it's like it's just always good times with the family. And like you said, when you come to grind mode, don't just be prepared to be an affiliate and a rapper. That's cool if you want. Like we have those. We have a bunch of those. If you want to come be a part of the family, we offer that as well. And Lonnell is a big part.
You know, people forget and neglect like what it takes to build something. It's not easy. You know, it's not as instant gratification as this shit that we're on. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes a minute to build something. So people got to respect every, you know, pivot that Lingo has had to make. Even during this pandemic, found ways to still get ciphers off. Like, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. Like, where's an award? We gotta get this motherfucker an award ASAP.
Right. Yeah, facts. Absolutely. I wish I was in the. Oh, go ahead.
Just to kind of piggyback off that, I know you got your hand. Seems like you got your hand in a lot of different bags, right? You doing your DJ thing. You're making music. You got the still ill. You're editing videos for grind mode. How do you juggle all that as an artist when you're just one man?
So I've been blessed with the ability. I've been an entrepreneur for 10 years now. So I've been blessed with the ability to dictate my own autonomy. And I have to say that, like, you know, those first 3 years is absolutely insane. It's absolutely tough. But once you find that niche and you pick up the certain skill sets that you need and you stay consistent, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the biggest thing. People just give up too quick. I'm not fucking a scratch DJ, none of that. I'm just Siri Plus. But if you want to have a good playlist and somebody come light your shit up, and the biggest thing is, like, what I don't do in scratch, I do on the mic. So if you want somebody to MC your event and get that shit lively, but at the end of the day, not being there telling people fuck their girls and all that shit, like, sometimes DJs be fucking up parties because of their energy. You know what I'm saying? The MCs and DJs are the most important aspect of how the energy in the party goes. So me understanding that, I kind of just fell into that bag. I've always been a public speaking person, you know what I'm saying? Like, so again, it's just staying focused and being consistent and being persistent in what I was doing. So I've been blessed to be able to work for myself for the last 10 years, doing a lot of this community work, you know, running my own business. I just opened a shop downtown in New Bedford during the pandemic somehow. Shit was wild.
Let's talk about that. The communal space that you opened in New Bedford, if you want to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, so you know, when I came to the South Coast, you know, one thing artists we got to start talking about too, and I presented this idea. Me and Blengo have actually been talking about it. We both said it to each other. We got to get to the point where we own our own venue. So I just started small. You know, I created a space called the communal space. The use is in the name, the community. It's for them to come and utilize that space, and it's a diverse arts cultivator. What I mean by that is we created a space where not only is it Afrocentric, but it's welcoming to all. But what I noticed in downtown New Bedford and a lot of cities, where when people of color open businesses, so let me give you an example. If I open an Italian restaurant, right? I'm opening an Italian restaurant. Everything about the place is Italian. You feel what I'm saying? Like everything, the food, the decor, the menu, the everything. Sometimes as businesses of color, we feel like we have to acquiesce to whoever our patrons are going to be. But I say to people all the time, like the Chinese spot's going to be the Chinese spot. So let's be an Afrocentric spot, but not make it about, you know, divides. Like that's the only way I feel like we get more people to embrace our culture and understand on a different level than what they see on TV and all of that shit. So we got this space in 2019, right before the pandemic hit, in December 2019. Then bam, you know, my fucking brand made it on the Beyonce's documentary and the Lion King and all this shit. It was like a wild, great 2019. I thought 2020 was gonna be rocking. Yeah, it was rocking, just not my kind of rocking, right? So we opened this space and you know, we provide monthly programming there. I actually am in partnership. You can see behind me, I have Third Eye that I'm in partnership with. And we created programming where we incentivize young people to make positive music in their community, and we pay them to make that positive music. So again, we're trying to change the dynamic of starving artists to thriving artists to striving artists. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to take those 3 steps to be able to help people keep themselves whole and create an economy among artists for these kids to understand the commodity of this. Because there's not a lack of talent. Everybody got bars. There's mad people with bars. There's more rappers than ever. But the business sense is what a lot of people are missing. I haven't put out, and I mean this no disrespect, no shade. I haven't put out nearly any kind of quality of the music that a lot of these artists put out on Grind Mode. But I bought my home doing music shit. Because I'm focused on the part that really matters. This shit is 10% music now. It's 90% business. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
that's super dope.
Now,
yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, it's my bad trip. Like, so that everything you just said just really interested me. I'm sure a lot of people watching thought that was really dope to hear. Do you have like a website for that community? Or?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can go to thirdeye.unlimited.org. That's Third Eye, the number 3 RDI. Unlimited.org. You can check out all the cool programming that we have and everything going on there. We're not ageist, so it doesn't matter what age you are. If you're down to make some clean, productive music, rapping about the environment and all of that good shit, and you could do it in a way that is not cheesy, we're paying for that. You know what I'm saying? If you're an artist and you paint, you know, you're a visual artist. If you're a graphic artist, we pay people to come onto our program and be able to, you know, provide them some, because again, you have to think about it. We changed the way these nonprofits were looking at it. A lot of these nonprofits have all these young people and people come perform and participate in their shit, but that's what gets them all that money every year, right? But then these same kids are going home hungry and they're wondering why there's no actual long-lasting effects. Because these kids you can't teach a hungry person nothing but how to eat. You know what I mean? So we got to be able to feed them first before we can even entertain the idea of trying to get them to understand larger concepts. So again, it was just about getting these, you know, starting with young people first and getting them in a situation where they're actually now when they go into venues, they know their worth. They can actually act for their worth, but also teaching them that, yeah, you might be getting this money, but your worth is actually in your draw. There are way too many artists that are big headed and don't understand. If you can't sell tickets, you're just a good rapper.
Right. And I think another important thing in that is that you're keeping these kids out of the streets too. Keeping them out of trouble for doing something like that. I know if like as a young person, if I was like 13, 14 years old, I'd be all over that. You know what I mean? So I think that's really dope.
Yeah, we've seen
that. I appreciate it. I mean, it's kind of I'm trying to buy my ticket back into heaven, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did enough shit in the streets where I needed to do something to get myself right. I'm very candid about this. So one of the ways I talk about all of this shit is like, just to give a synopsis, like when I came to New Bedford, I had 2 warrants. Like I had, you know, all kind of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Like got pulled over on the highway, extra heavy, all kind of shit going on. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I had 2 kids' mothers. I have 2 sons that are 6 months apart. You know, I'm very candid about this kind of shit because too many times you got people that are preachy and they come to these kids and these kids are fucked up and you come like, I'm an Ivy League, da 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 da. Like they don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm gonna tell you how fucked up my life was, so you can see that you can do it. You know what I mean? So like, I made plenty of mistakes. It was just about me, and honestly, this is for anybody. It's just about me buying a big ass mirror and really getting in tune with myself. Stop waiting for somebody else to correct your shit. Correct your shit. You know what I'm saying? Be a man or a woman or whatever you want to be in between. Be whatever the fuck it is you want to be, but be it for real. You know what I'm saying? So that in that process, it just felt natural to be able to do this for the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I love kids. You know what I mean? So.
Dope, man. Super dope. Yeah, man. I had the opportunity to work with some kids. I'm not gonna say if I was obligated to or not, but I had the opportunity to work with some kids, and it was a good 30 days of my life. It was an after school program where like the parents weren't ready to pick their kids up yet and shit. So, you know, they just needed something to do for 2 hours after school, and we provided that for them at the school. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, whatever you want to do, dominoes, cards, whatever, kickball sometimes and shit. So it's very rewarding work. A few years later, I was at a Stop and Shop and ran into a kid that I barely recognized, and he came out to me, "Trip, is that you?" And I'm just like mind blown. Like this kid was like a teenager now, and I'm like, holy shit, you know. So the impact that even for the small amount of time that you can spend with these kids, the impact that you can have throughout their life is amazing.
Yeah, and it's about balance. You know what I'm saying? Like we had to start taking some account. Like, yeah, I love the shit that we rap about, right? But if that's all that we're given, and the people that are consuming it are young people, and we're not providing them any balance, then what are we doing? I don't like adults or older people that like are so willing to point the finger at kids, not realizing anything we see in these kids is products of us. It's products of what we provided in their lives. So people who judge kids to me are dickheads. You know what I mean? It's like you could judge a kid or you could help a kid. Which one would you choose? You know what I'm saying? And you know, I was one of those kids. Like nobody couldn't get through to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and anytime those, you know, I can smell the eggs and people walking in like, oh, I can smell the eggs on you, dude. Like this ain't gonna work. I'm gonna eat you alive. You know what I mean? So I know what it is to be those kids that are that hardened. And in this day and age with social media, I mean, the one thing that's crazy for me is like how many kids choose that life. Like it wasn't a choice for me. I was just born into craziness. But there's a lot of kids that just choose this shit. And that's an even stronger thing to have to fight. So again, it's just about bringing balance back. That's why I love that when Lingo come and does the Third Eye Open, the annual music festival we do in downtown New Bedford, he's willing to acquiesce and do, you know, performances that are clean so that the kids can enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But we can make ratchet shit all day. That's all. That's regular. We can do that. But you know, also the young people that are making this music now are now performing at their prep rallies because they're starting to realize the benefit of having music that's clean enough for you to perform everywhere. Right. People will pay you for positive music way faster than they'll pay you for some shit that's gonna get the club shot up.
Right. Wow.
Drop gems all night long. And we're only a half hour in.
I'm gonna go throw these 5 notebooks out now. Hold on, I'll be back.
I talk too much. I'm sorry.
You're polluting the streets with your music.
Nah, fuck that. Write that music. Write that music. Just make one mixtape on the side for the youngins. That's all.
Big facts. Big facts. All right, John, you want to get into this rapid fire? What do you think?
Yeah, we are right at the 8:30 hour, so I think it's time that we get into the rapid fire.
John, I'm prepared for rapid fire this week, so.
And I'm not, but the
real
question is Lonnell prepared? That's the real question.
I'm outside.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, what would be real dope is if Mr. Can't Stop, Won't Stop was still in the book.
For real.
Because we like to dedicate this segment, and we say it is sponsored by Brawlers Inc. Clothing. You can go to brawlersinclothing.com, get you a fresh t-shirt today. Shout out Joe Brawler. If you're still here, much love, homie. But now I'm gonna kick it off. Rapid fire. Lyrics or beats?
Lyrics.
Favorite thing to do in music?
Produce.
Alchemist beats or Swizz beats?
Alchemist. Alchemist.
Mobb Deep or Outkast?
Mob.
Mob.
It's a war going on outside, man.
Let's see. Nate Dogg or Akon on your hook?
Nate Dogg. I used to, man, listen, people, he's so underrated, man. Nate Dogg was something else, man. Nate Dogg.
Word.
All right.
Plus, I'm not doing no wine and grinding up on the pole and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, Nate Dogg.
Favorite member of D12 not named Eminem?
Oh, fuck. R.I.P. Proof.
Yeah. Yeah. I got one for you. Battle of the Bigs, Big Pun or Big L?
In the middle of Little Italy, did pun, man. Pun was slept on too. I love Big L though, but pun.
Favorite battle rapper?
Right now? Shit. Right now? All right. I'm pulling two. I'm breaking the rules. Hometown favorite, Chilla Jones in 40 bars. National favorite or international favorite right now, I'm fucking with this kid Geechee Gotti. I really am. I like his authenticity. I'm all about authenticity.
Okay. Fair enough. Geechee Gotti. I'm gonna have to check him. Not familiar. All right, here we go.
He just smoked Lux last weekend.
All right, well, Lux, we obviously know. So I got one for you back in the mid 2000s era with the mixtape era. Lil Wayne or 50 Cent?
Ooh, the mixtape era. We talking Carter? Oh no, that's I think Wayne has more classic mixtapes.
Touche.
Would you go with like early 2000s Wayne or like 09 Wayne?
Oh shit. Y'all really all right. The earlier the better.
There you go.
Shit's getting crazy as he's getting older, so the earlier the better.
Oh, the block is hot, Wayne, he said.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. No. 2000s Wayne, that was his peak. You're right. That was his. That's when he was really in his bag. Yeah. I'll take that
Wayne. Bling. Not bling bling Wayne.
Nah, not bling bling. We'll take later. Yeah.
Let's see.
Although he changed an entire genre of music with bling bling, so
that's very true. It was very true. It was one of the first hip hop definitions that was took seriously.
Correct.
And added. I believe it's in the dictionary.
Yep.
Let's see. When you're your majority of your collection, underground hip hop or mainstream hip hop?
Underground, easily.
Okay. That was the 2-minute timer.
Went a little over, but that was a 2-minute timer. Thank you for participating.
Yeah, big time. Shout out Joe Brawler once again. Get over to brawlersinclothing.com. Grab something. This is what the team's rocking, fam. You already know the deal, guys.
All right. So Trip, I think we should take this time, like the next 3 to 5 minutes, and take some questions from the chat. So do you guys have any questions for Lonnell?
What's up, chat? Talk to me.
From El Audience. Let's see. Usually we would have already had some questions, but people have been catching on to the fact that now we have a segment where we're going to ask for fan questions. So this possibly could have backfired on us. Guys, if you have any questions, let's get them. I see people responding to the rapid fire stuff. So Lindsay, my sister, what up, sis, wants to know, bang, where are you from originally?
Boston, the south end of Boston, right off Mass Ave, Lenox Street Projects.
Word.
When did you come down to the New Bedford area?
I came out here in 2012, same year I met Grandma.
Oh, okay, cool.
I got one for you. Jason wants to know, what up, Jay? He wants to know, favorite mainstream rapper today?
Oh, fuck. I'm getting older, so I'm kind of appreciating shit that talks a little bit more. You know what I mean? I'm in my old bag, guys, so I really appreciate Cole's work.
Okay.
Cool.
I do appreciate Cole's work. I appreciate the dichotomy of his work.
What's your favorite album from Cole?
KOD. I listen to that shit still to this day while I work out.
For sure. All right, you guys got any?
Although For Your Eyes Only is my personal favorite because I just fell in love with it. I had my daughter at the same time as him, so. But as far as if I'm gonna get something that's gonna give me everything I want, KOD for me.
How about for all time?
All-time favorite album?
Artist.
Artist, Nas. Nas got me into rap. If I Ruled the World changed my life.
Rappers, I monkey flip them with the funky rhythm. I be kicking. Musician, inflicting composition, the pain.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot and it's like slept on songs that people don't know. Like Kissin' was a fire song to me.
Oh yeah, super
You
fire.
remember me? KISSING. FUCKING. Or even Rewind. Like Rewind is probably one of the top greatest rap songs ever made ever in life.
Love Rewind. Rewind, such a great song.
I still need a video to that to this day.
To this day.
I love that album. Still mad at
Yes.
Destroy and Rebuild.
Yes.
That's another classic. It looks like we got a question from Emphasis, but it looks like it got a typo in it.
Beat way to get beats.
Best way to get beats. Pay your producers.
Oh, that's what it meant.
I'm wondering. Because I seen he had an asterisk down below that said best.
Word. I see you are good at this StreamYard shit, bro. Wow. Okay.
Buy your beats, man. Like, yo, you have to create an economy. You know what I'm saying? And if that economy can't work, yo, my pet peeve is okay, I get it. Like sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it, right? And you can do that in your bars. That's cool because we understand how the game works. But don't do that with your producer. Your producer and your engineer, they know it ain't real. You know what I'm saying? Like there's very few people where it's real like that. So work out some arrangements with them because they understand that. You understand what I'm saying? And figure out how to find your sound with some producers. Like try to not oversaturate yourself with too many producers.
Absolutely. Like I think a producer MC connection and like partnership is where really good music gets made. You know?
Absolutely.
So, like if you look at like DMX and Swiss Beats or like Drake and 40, like when they get together in the booth, like in the studio, it like they already know what each other's looking for, so they make magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Quick tidbit. So Nas's Illmatic album was actually one of the first albums that did like a bunch of different producers, and because it did so well, the game started to follow that trend. But it wouldn't work the same for everybody because even in those situations with the producers that he selected, he had some kind of working relationship with. So it wasn't just random.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And even if it's not like a producer, like if you're just like working with one specific engineer, they know exactly what you're looking
Correct.
for. They know what your style is. They know what to present, and then the MC knows exactly what to expect from them. So
Absolutely,
it makes magic.
I think Johnny's trying to sell himself to me as my full-time engineer, producer.
Oh, there we go. I like that.
Bro, like I already worked too hard for you. I write all your rhymes.
Y'all crazy. So Johnny, you was the one that was good in Every Black Hood?
Yeah, man.
I love that bar, dog.
Hey, bring Johnny with me.
It's so authentic.
I like this question here.
To this day, I'm still waiting for Trip to blow up so I can get paid off these rhymes. So
That's it. Excuse me,
bro. We're both waiting and the clock's ticking, huh? Lindsay wants to know if you could produce any album, who would the artist be, underground and mainstream? Good question, Lindsay.
That's a great question, Lindsay. All right, I'm gonna give you one of each. So if it was mainstream, I would love to work with Cole and Nas together. I think a conjoint album from them would be something hip hop would not be ready for. Especially early on in his career where they had the comparisons, which I never really got because Nas has a different syllabic pattern. But anyway, and then underground, I can't. And again, I'm not saying this to be like funny or nothing like that. As I've been sitting here doing a lot of these ciphers, I think that there should be a grind mode mixtape or playlist, Spotify type something going on. Because people like, again, Trip, Big G, fucking Knowledge. Knowledge is a fucking problem. Yeah. Vendetta, another fucking problem. Lingo, you know what I mean? AOK. There's just so many different people on this thing that I feel like there definitely has to eventually, and I know he's already working on it, some kind of grind mode tour or something, but I would love to produce something out of that. Like even like a versus style, but not versus, you know what I mean? But we're revealing people's tracks, all of that kind of shit, some real tricky shit.
Right. I would love that as the next step. I think the touring is a little difficult with the family situation and whatnot.
Absolutely.
A week is obviously possible, you know, 7 days, 8 days, something like that. But I would like to see, like you just said, a versus type of grind mode segment on this channel where we could come on live and artists could have their music streamed. You know, maybe not through, you know, maybe through like the streaming platform. You just share the you know what I'm saying? You know about streaming artists. You just share the stream and shit so you can hear the music, and we should have some type of versus battle. MC for MC, track for track, or even Cypher verse for Cypher verse.
Yeah, yep. I think that would be fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely, and that would be really dope. Like I even think like maybe like an end of the year like awards or something, like the affiliates to get like give everyone some recognition. Like I don't know who would be like creating like the nominees or anything, but like I think like verse of the year or like
I think like the three of us would be creating the nominees.
Yeah, I'll be all in for that.
Nicole too. Three of us
for
and
sure.
Nicole.
Yeah, no, I think that would be dope. It's another way to expand. As far as like a grind mode affiliates album, I think that has already been done.
No, I know there's an album. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, they did the grind mode everything album. So purchase your tracks today, everybody. Go
Correct.
Yeah, and I think Lingo's album is basically that. You know what I mean? And, like he's got tons of affiliates all over it. So.
Oh, a sleeper I like, Toby Wigway.
Oh yeah.
Toby Wigway is different.
Okay.
He's an artist out of Texas, I believe, Dallas.
Out of Dallas? Yeah, we were just down there.
You seen that song? You probably seen it. It went viral. It was like, "Try Jesus, don't try me."
Yeah.
Yeah. That kid's nice.
That's who that is?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
When you look beyond the meme, because you know that's how they get in the game now.
Yeah, right.
The dude's nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's how they always get in the game.
Yeah.
A lot of artists aren't happy with their first single that's picked, especially signed artists.
Absolutely.
Independent artists is different, obviously. Signed artists, you end up hearing stories years down the road like, we didn't even like Mo Money, Mo Problem.
Yeah, yep.
We don't want to rap on Mo Money, Mo Problem. Like, we're all about the Benjamins. What? This is like, you know, shit like that. You end up finding out years later that, especially that, what was the big one? The big pimping with UGK, the Underground Kings, and Jay-Z. You find out years later that UGK didn't really want to have any part of that.
They didn't.
It's funny, right? But yeah, man. Go ahead, Johnny.
I don't know if we have it. Like, I think that's it for questions. I don't think anyone, unless anyone has any more. I don't see any more. But
nope, that's it.
That's
I
it.
guess we can continue. Like, so if you could work with 5 grind mode affiliates, whether you work with them before or not, who would they be?
Damn, that's a long ass roster.
Yeah. Well, let's narrow it down. You don't have to go 5. Let's go with 3.
Yeah, especially I be in my street bag, so I definitely want Trip on something.
So that means you want me on something, but
let me think of 2 more. Let me really rack my brain here for a second. Oh, I think Cap Scissor's incredible.
absolutely.
It's not as a street, but the sound that he produces is going to be incredible and complement it well. One more. Who's that new kid? I rock with Knowledge. Knowledge, I'm a fan of Knowledge right now.
Absolutely.
Knowledge is killing the game right now.
Oh, that boy is.
Yeah, shout out to Knowledge. He actually just dropped this weekly classic thing that he's doing now, and Knowledge, I'm gonna be hitting that up. I already recorded it. I just need to film my video.
Yeah, that man's different. He's different. It seems effortless to him too. It's weird.
Yeah, you know, the cool thing about Knowledge is him and another affiliate, Mischief, they've both been featured here on Behind the Grind. Go check out those episodes, guys. They put together a little grind mode compilation joint called Road Trip that they just released the artwork for. That a bunch of affiliates were fortunate enough to be featured on. Me and Johnny were featured on a joint that we shot a video for a few months back. We're hoping to see that released pretty soon. So yeah, those are the homies, man. Those are the guys. And dude, anytime you want to work on something, anytime. I'm about to cop some beats. I'm talking to Boom Tack right now. Also Johnny, for your FYI as well. I'm talking to Boone.
I'm in my booking bag right now. I'm looking to, I'm shopping around looking for some artists to book. Me and Lingo always looking for some stuff. So I'm looking to put together something soon. We'll be talking about it more, as we get details locked in. But me and Lingo are definitely looking at some stuff.
Dope. I
shout out my young man Dizzy. I just saw you sign in, bro. Shout out Zombie Gangs, one of our young people who utilize the communal space. He did a couple of super dope showcases that he's starting, and that's what it's about too, getting young people to come in there and be able to do their own showcases, learn how to manage a door, ticket sales, all that good stuff. Shout out my man for doing some great. We shut down the last one though. We had a Halloween party and fire alarm went off. It was wild.
What? Damn, bro.
Now you the GOAT, bro.
Here for the GOAT. So Lonnell, I wanted to ask you, you're involved with a student exchange program where you're sending 15 kids from New Bedford to the UK and vice versa, 15 kids from the UK to New Bedford. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So, we all saw how crazy 2020 was. So, we had a lot of young people hit the streets, marching and all that good stuff, which is cool, fantastic, right, to allow yourself your freedom of expression. But, I decided to go outside when people started thinking it was, I don't understand this. I'm from a different era. Like, I'm not bringing a Roman candle to a gunfight. So I didn't understand young people taking Roman candles, shooting them at cops with Glocks and shit. So I said, let me just take my ass out here before these kids get themselves fucking killed, following trends online. So in that process, I was already involved in the community, doing community work for Third Eye for the last 10 years too. I met Third Eye at the same time I met Grind Mode. But I decided to really develop what I was doing at the communal space and provide a lot of these kids in this area, different perspectives, let them see the world a little bit so they can grow their perspective. Because out here in New Bedford, like when they go to Boston, which is really weird to me, it's like a vacation and it's only an hour away. So we have to think about like how bad of a concept that really is. If we feel like driving an hour away is a whole nother world. So, again, what are they going to feel when they take a flight and head over to the UK for 2 weeks? So anyway, I've digressed. So in part of me doing those marches, the state of Massachusetts, shout out to Senator Montigny, recognized me for a lot of the work that I was doing. They gave me a Black Excellence Award in 2020. It was from the Massachusetts Democratic and Latino Caucus. Appreciative to them, for recognizing some of the work that we was doing out there, keeping kids safe, all that good stuff. Because I literally was standing in between guns and all kind of shit at one point. I got shot with a rubber bullet by the cops in Boston, all kind of shit. Anyway, I've digressed. So, the UK General Consul came over. Their offices in Boston. He came out to New Bedford, checked out the communal space, seen what I was doing. I have a blueprint that I keep in place about what my large scale picture is. So the communal space is a pilot for us to open up our own privately funded, privately owned community center, because the community centers in the city don't make any sense to me, because when schools close, they close. And that's kind of stupid because, again, where do the kids go? So anyway, a part of this process, it built up a lot of steam. A lot of people, 2020 I'm thankful for, and the pandemic I'm kind of thankful for, because it made people who have the finance to make things happen be able to distinguish the doers from the talkers. Mm-hmm. And, I emphasize my last name. Like, if I'm gonna walk the walk, period. I'm a walker. That's what I do. So, a few investors noticed what we were doing. They loved the plan. They loved the idea. The city that we're going to send them to in the Grimsby, UK, is an offshore wind city, and New Bedford is now touted to be the first offshore wind city in the US. They actually already got the contracts and everything set up. So we figured we wanted to create a pipeline to get these kids into these high-paying jobs. They're like $60,000 plus a year. You know what I'm saying? In New Bedford, there is none of that. These kids get out of school. You want to tell them to, dream big, but they're stuck at fucking McDonald's, Wendy's, and whatever local restaurant that's in the city. And they're literally going through that cycle over and over. So there's a group of 20-somethings to 30-something that have completely been lost in the sauce. So we're trying to build ways for, young people to really, again, broaden their horizons. When I was 11, what sparked this idea is when I was 11, I'm outside being a little goon kid, whatever. The church sent me on to a trip to Africa. So I went to Africa, and that's actually how I fell in love with lions. African lions in the wild is not your fucking Franklin Park Zoo lions or your fucking Stone Zoo lions. This is a whole different Roger Williams. Ain't got shit on Africa. So we get on a half bus. We go out there. We checking it out. Big ass lion. Like the biggest fucking lion I've ever seen in my life. I mean, the fear that was in me and the respect that was in me at the same time was amazing. So that's where the lion came from. Anyway, I digress. So they decided to fund us $25,000 to send the kids over. And then the UK side is going to send 15 kids back this way in August of 2022. We also were just accepted by the Boston Federal Reserve, the Bar Foundation, and Leaders in Equitable. It's called the LONELLE program, who also have decided to fund us to keep this program going, not just a one-time thing, but annually. So super, super blessed to do that. We're building out a Black library. We're going to name it after Elizabeth Carter Brooks. She was the first woman of color in the city to be a teacher and an educator in the city of New Bedford. And we're also, but even though we say Black library, we want to put an emphasis on marginalized communities and people of color. Again, it's open to everybody. And then we just got funding to buy our first van as well. So, you know, knock on wood, this lifestyle that I'm in right now is great, but I walk the line. I walk the line every day.
Facts, man. We need more people like you in this world. And I know you came from a much harder place than where you are now, but you know, sometimes we have to weather those storms so that we can see the brighter days. And you're obviously
shout out my man Jason Kojak. McDonald's is paying good now, but rent's going up too.
I saw that. I was gonna post that, but I left it.
It is paying good now, but that rent's going up too.
Rent's going up too. Hey,
inflation's hit us. Do y'all know that the shipping containers, those Maersk containers that come over, you know how they ship shit over?
Mm-hmm.
Prior to COVID, it was about $2,000 to $4,000 per container to offload and unload them.
Okay.
It's now up to $16,000 per container. So who do people think is going to take that cost? Us.
Yo, I saw a thing where like the Thanksgiving turkey, it might have been Knowledge who shared this. Even I'm not sure. 3X3, you seen that the turkey
from 30 to $50, 28 to $50.
Yeah, from 28 to 50 this year. We're looking at. So guys, make sure you grab your turkeys early.
Facts. I ain't even eating a turkey. Fuck it.
Go frozen. Fuck it.
We got turkeys around here that be running around the roads and shit. I'm just gonna go hunting. Fuck it. Get my pilgrim.
Run it over.
Yeah, roadkill. Fuck going hunting, bro. I might hop in the whip.
You gonna give him that Jeep Wrangler life? I feel you.
Dude, that tastes like road. Yeah, man. So we got a couple more questions. We're gonna get you out of here. Let you get on with your night. You're at a table. You got 5 empty seats. These people can be from any walk of life, could be any person, could be a character from a movie. I got to find a better way to ask this question, but you get the idea. You know what I'm saying? So who's sitting at your table? Who's filling up these 5 seats?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive, man. Fucking unicorn if you want.
Fictional.
All right.
I would love to sit down with Nelson Mandela. You know, what people don't understand about him being locked up that long was he took a lot of that time to be more well-rounded. So like, yeah, he started off as like this, what can be considered a reactionary activist. And then in that time that he spent locked up, he became a thinker. And he did that by reading books from like Seneca and things like that. So Nelson Mandela. I would love to sit down with Nas, just because. Right. I've hit a lot of people off my wish list as far as people I wanted to meet in the industry, and Nas is one of those few people left. Nas and Jay. I kind of took Jay as a consolation when it made it into his wife's documentary. Fuck it. I would love to sit down with Obama and ask him the questions that nobody really talks about, which was, what was it really like to be in office during those times? So I got Mandela. I got Nas, I got Obama. Trying to think. I need 2 more. I'm trying to think. There's so many. I actually have an actual list. I have like 20 people on it.
You have a hit list.
James Baldwin. James Baldwin was an incredible author and public speaker. He's in this kind of line of work that I do. He did incredible debates all across the world, just talking about all these different complex things going on.
That's cool.
Joe Rogan.
Wow, you're gonna throw Rogan in there?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think Joe Rogan's the podcast GOAT. To be real, like,
yeah.
He did something that so many people try hard, and he did something that was counterintuitive, which was just had conversations with smart people, so he can get smarter. I've literally watched from his first podcast to where he is now, and his intelligence level has increased just from having those conversations.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. That's how we learn from each other. Each one teach one.
And my favorite question that we ask: who's paying the bill on?
You give me a couple more years. I got that tab.
Okay. Damn, that would be a big move. Boss move.
A few more years. I got that tab.
That's a lion move.
Yeah. My boy Lonnell gonna be washing the dishes because.
I got the tab. Or I'm definitely washing the dishes.
Hey, Matthew says he smoked an L with Joe Rogan.
That's fire, bro. that's a win-win-win, man.
Hey, so did an Elon Musk. So Matt, you and Elon Musk also have something in common too.
I would love to meet Elon too. That's another one, but people. I don't know what's up with people. Like you can be successful until people don't like it anymore, and then it gets weird.
Right.
I love that he challenged the world though. You see they Fuckerberg though. Fuckerberg's different. I don't fuck with Fuckerberg. But Elon, you see like the World Hunger Organization was like, if you give us $6 billion, and he kindly answered them back and said, if you could show me a plan dollar for dollar how that would actually fix world hunger, I'd be happy to do it. They haven't hit him back yet because they're full of shit. Yeah, we've given billions of dollars over decades to world hunger. People are putting that shit in their pocket.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Sure.
Cancer research.
For real. Who are you telling?
So Johnny, go ahead. Hit him with the last one.
Last question of the night. If you could change one thing about yourself to make yourself better, whether it be to delete something, add something to your repertoire, change something, change an attitude, what would that be to make yourself better?
All right, this is a good one. So people assume that I'm extremely confident because I'm an outspoken person. I do a lot of different things in the community, a lot of public facing forward type of deals, working with all these different people, funders and all of that shit. A byproduct of me becoming a better person is consistently worrying about being that person. The anxiety I get from trying to stay this path is extremely hard when people fucking test me all the time. And it's also different too because when people only meet this guy, it's hard for them to even understand this guy. You know what I'm saying? So like certain people know me as Lonnell and certain people know me as Peter. It just depends on if I'm doing business with somebody, I'm just going to give them something simple. I'm going to give them Peter with makes the room feel a little bit more comfortable. Keep it moving. The streets know me, and it's actually funny because the streets knew me as Peter. Peter's actually the nutty one. Lonnell's chill. Peter had a complex. So they actually don't know that I had to flip that whole thing. But yeah, I'm definitely very self-aware about how I'm being perceived and how people are perceiving me.
Big talk.
Absolutely.
And it's very, very fucking aggravating because I have to control myself from not telling people to suck my dick all the time.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm just being for real. Like there's a part of me that has to restrain myself doing this line of work that is extremely hard. And they have no idea. Like they confuse the fact that I will rip your fucking head off if you disrespect me to a certain degree. But there's a new person in me, a married man, a father, all this other shit, and he constantly has to tell that other guy to shut the fuck up.
All right, shut the fuck up, Pete,
you gotta put on your customer service voice.
Yes, I have to put on my Peter voice. It's important. Even now, y'all can tell. Like I kind of went in between modes. Like when y'all asked me to talk about the community, I went into my Peter bag early. I was like, funders, UK British console. Y'all asked me about some music. I'm like, yeah, nigga, what's up? That's a hard life.
That's how you become successful because, like Bruce Lee said, man, you got to be water.
Be water, baby. That's right.
Yeah, you got to be water. So, and successful people in all walks of life, we can be water and we know how to navigate and infiltrate rooms. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Dizzy, you inspire me every day, bro. It's your generation that's going to change this shit.
That's what's up. I agree. 1984, baby.
That's right.
That's it, man. So we headed there, man. And Johnny, if you have any last words, or actually Lonnell first, you have any final shout outs and links for the people?
Yeah, I want to shout out the whole Grind Mode team. I super duper appreciate y'all. I love that to see more people getting involved with different things. I think this is a super dope platform. I'm happy to come back anytime. I'll definitely hit y'all with updates as we have things going on. I want to shout out, my wife. I'm doing this like it's a Grammy speech, but I do want to shout out my wife. I feel like I made it, baby. We on the behind the grind. I want to shout out my Cubs. You know what I'm saying? Because it's been a long road. I had to become a better man, a better person for them. I strive for it every day. I want to shout myself out for staying committed to that and staying focused on that. And I want to appreciate all of you who constantly support me and understand, especially the grind mode fam, who kind of understand me walking that line. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's counterintuitive, but it's important. So, and I want to shout out the entire city of New Bedford for embracing me, for being a part of my journey, for allowing me to have my rebirth here and become this more productive person, because all I did was just convert my energy from the streets to, you know, belief in people, you know what I mean? So, and again, I want to shout you two out. This is an incredible platform. I watched a few already. You guys are doing a fantastic job. You, like we said, consistency and being persistent, you know what I'm saying? Like, you guys are going to crack the code because this is a great platform.
Thank you, bro. We appreciate you.
See that, Trip? We're finally getting the respect we deserve. He said, baby, I made it to behind the grind.
Hey, that's it. That's how I felt. I told Trip when he hit me, I was like, I'm honored, yo.
Yeah, big facts. Yeah, we're honored, man.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, for real. We're honored, man. And we appreciate you and the 26 other artists who have taken the time out of their night.
Shout out Jason. He said shout out to Peter. Yeah, that nigga's he's not okay. That's why I put Lonnell in my name, because I don't want to bring him here.
Peter's on meds.
Yeah, he is on fucking meds. Peter's got a complex because I can't understand why my mom named me Peter.
Facts. Hey,
all right, I had all this Jamal shit going on around me, and it's like, hey, Pete. It's like, the fuck. But I got all my jobs I applied to, so fuck it.
That's funny, yo. That's funny, man. All right, my dog. Well, Johnny, do you have any final words?
I just have a quick question for, like, this is coming from Emphasis. He wants to know, do you have a page that he can subscribe to, a channel?
Absolutely. You see my I am still ill right there. That's on Facebook and Instagram. And you know, you can follow me there and I can get you linked with everything else. The I am still ill has been shifted from a music production company, just strictly focused on the apparel line. You can check out cool stuff like this at IamStillIll.com, you know, custom prints, all that good shit. And then you could check out the community work at Third Eye Unlimited .org again, thirdeyeunlimited.org. Yeah, LJ, I feel you, bro. I be trying to keep that. Yeah, keep him inside. He's chilling.
Links in the description, guys. Links in the description.
My wife got him in a bottle somewhere. I don't know. I don't fuck with him.
Pete can't play. Pete can't come out to play tonight.
Nah. Peter's a dog. He's different.
You know what I'm saying? All right, guys. Well, this has been volume 27 of Behind the Grind for Grind Mode Cypher. Stay tuned. You guys know we go bi-weekly now, so not next Thursday, but the following Thursday, we will be interviewing our next guest, Grind Mode affiliate. Guys, in 2 days, we're going up to Worcester. I don't know who's watching, if y'all are coming, but I'm excited to see whoever's watching up in Worcester on the 6th here. So I'll see everybody then. All right, boys, you guys going to have a good night. All right, I'm going to smoke some and play a little video games.
Salute, fellas.
Go Celtics. Right. Go Celtics. All right.
Hey, go Celtics. There you go. That's right. I forgot they were on. Peace.